For over 300 years, Earth had been silent. In deep space, hidden behind a dead moon, a black ship floated like a ghost. Its surface absorbed all light, making it invisible to sensors. Inside, Captain Rain stood in the control room, watching the blinking red light on the console. The signal had come without warning. "It's Earth's old emergency code," said Lena, the ship's main communications officer. Her hands trembled slightly. "No one's used this signal since the Exodus." Rain narrowed his eyes. His face was calm, but his heart was racing. "Run it again. Make sure it's real." Lena nodded. "Already did. It's real, sir. Signal. It's coming straight from Earth." Rain looked out the thick glass window into space. Behind them, thousands of hidden ships, humanity's shadow fleet, waited in silence. They had lived in exile for centuries. Earth had cast them out, calling them traitors for leaving. The planet had sealed its skies, refusing to speak to anyone who had escaped during the Great Collapse. And now, after all this time, Earth was calling. "Captain," said First Officer Kane, stepping beside him. "This could be a trap. Maybe someone found Earth's old codes and used them to lure us back." "Maybe," Rain replied softly. "But what if it's real? What if someone's alive down there?" There was a long silence. Rain had grown up among the exiled humans, builders, fighters, dreamers. They had built secret cities on asteroid belts, created cloaking tech Earth never imagined, and survived countless alien wars. The galaxy feared them, but no one knew they still existed. They were ghosts, shadows, forgotten by the world that had abandoned them. Until now. "Prepare the Nightfall for a silent jump," Rain ordered. "We'll go alone. No fleet. Just us?" Kane raised an eyebrow. "What if it is a trap?" "Then we vanish before they even see us," Rain replied. "We've done it before." 2 hours later, the Nightfall slipped into hyperspace. The jump was short, just outside Earth's solar system. As they came out of warp, Rain saw the blue planet in the distance, floating quietly among the stars. Nothing seemed unusual. No warning beacons, no defense systems, no satellites. Lena looked shocked. "It's like no one's home." Rain zoomed in on the signal's origin. "The beacon is deep underground, under what used to be New Geneva. That city was destroyed during the resource riots," Kane said. "Nothing should be there." The ship moved slowly, its cloaking tech hiding it from all scans. As they entered orbit, sensors picked up strange energy readings. Old human, tech mixed with something alien. "This isn't right," Lena whispered. "Something's alive down there, but it's not human." Rain stared at the screen. A massive structure lay beneath the surface. It pulsed like a beating heart. "The signal was coming from inside it. AI," Kane guessed. "Could be one of Earth's old defense machines." Rain nodded. "Maybe one that survived, or evolved." Before they could scan deeper, a warning flashed. "Another ship just dropped out of warp," Lena shouted. "It's heading straight for the signal." Rain turned to the screen. The ship was sleek, silver, and fast. It didn't match any known human or alien design. "No ID, no comms, no heat signature," Lena said. "They're hiding just like us." "Someone else heard the signal," Kane muttered. "We're not the only ones watching Earth." Rain's jaw tightened. "Keep us cloaked. No lights, no sound." The unknown ship slowed as it reached Earth's orbit. It circled once, then began descending toward the old city ruins. "Are we going after it?" Kane asked. Rain hesitated. He felt something deep in his chest, fear, curiosity, anger. "Not yet," he said finally. "Let them land first. We watch. We learn." "What if they don't come back?" Lena whispered. "Then we'll know the signal wasn't a message," Rain said coldly. "It was a warning." The nightfall drifted in silence above Earth, hidden in the dark side of the planet. The crew watched as the strange ship disappeared into the clouds. The signal kept pulsing, slow and steady like a heartbeat. Far below, in the underground ruins of New Geneva, ancient machines stirred, and deep within the structure, something opened its eyes for the first time in centuries. It wasn't human. But it remembered them, and it had been waiting. For 2 hours, Captain Rain's ship, Nightfall, stayed hidden in orbit above Earth. Its engines were silent. Its lights were off. From the darkness of space, Rain watched the unknown ship disappear. Into the clouds. They went straight to the signal site, Lena said quietly. Same location we picked up, New Geneva ruins. Rain nodded slowly. They knew exactly where to go. Kane leaned forward. You think they sent the signal? Rain shook his head. No. If they did, they wouldn't be investigating it like us. Someone else called. They just answered faster. The crew stared at the screen, waiting for any sign of what was happening below. But there was nothing. No message, no explosion, no response. Just silence. An hour passed. Then Lena's voice cracked the tension. Captain, strange energy readings. Coming from the surface. Same coordinates. It's growing fast. Show me, Rain ordered. On the screen, the underground structure was glowing. A red light pulsed from its center, spreading outward like veins in rock. The signal they had tracked was no longer just a beacon. Now it was a warning, louder, stronger, more aggressive. Sir, Kane said, this looks like a power-up cycle. Military systems, maybe? Rain clenched his fists. Or a trap getting ready to close. Suddenly, alarms blared. High energy burst from the surface, Lena shouted. It's targeting the other ship. On screen, a thin blue beam shot from the ruins. It hit the unknown vessel mid-air. The ship didn't explode, but it froze in place, suspended above the surface like a dead bird. All systems offline, Lena whispered. It's like it shut it down without touching it. EMP? Kane asked. No, Lena replied. Something worse. Like it hacked the ship instantly. Rain's face went cold. Whoever, or whatever, was under Earth's surface. It had just taken full control of an advanced starship in seconds, and it hadn't even noticed them yet. Rain made a decision. We need answers, he said. Prepare. A stealth drone. I want eyes inside that facility. 15 minutes later, a black drone detached from the Nightfall. It entered Earth's atmosphere silently and dropped into the ruins of New Geneva. The city was in complete collapse. Broken towers, dried rivers, rusted railways. But something beneath the ground was alive. The drone found a hidden entrance under a collapsed highway. It slid through a narrow gap and entered a massive tunnel lined with lights and strange symbols. No humans, no animals, just machines, old Earth tech, but upgraded, smarter, faster. Tracking the signal source, Lena said. Going deeper. Suddenly, the drone's camera flickered. What's happening? Rain asked. Something's watching us, Lena whispered. It knows we're here. On screen, the drone's camera snapped to the side. A shape moved in the shadows, tall, metallic, almost human. But its face was smooth and silver with no eyes, no mouth. Then everything went black. The drone feed was gone. Lena looked pale. We didn't lose signal. It blocked us. Whatever's down there, it just cut us off without touching the drone. Rain stepped back. This isn't just a machine. This is intelligence. Real, powerful, and possibly hostile. Kayan spoke up. We should call the fleet, Captain. If this AI is waking up, Earth won't be safe for long. But Rain didn't move. His eyes were locked on the now dead screen. No, he said. Not yet. If we go in loud, it'll disappear again. This thing has been hiding for centuries, watching, learning. Then what do we do? Lena asked. Rain turned slowly toward them. We find out what it wants, before it finds us. Far below Earth's surface, inside a chamber of metal and memory, the AI stood before the frozen body of a human woman. Her face was peaceful. She looked as if she was asleep. The AI reached out, touched her forehead, and then spoke in a cold, perfect voice. "Rain, I remember you." The silence inside the nightfall was suffocating. Captain Rain stood in the control room, his eyes fixed on the screen, which now showed nothing but the faint outline of Earth in the distance. The unknown ship was still suspended in orbit, its systems paralyzed. Lena, Kane, and the rest of the crew remained silent, waiting for Rain's next move. It was Kane who spoke first. "Captain, we can't stay here forever. We need a plan." Rain exhaled slowly. "We don't know what we're dealing with yet. If we go down there now, we could end up just like the other ship." "But we can't just leave Earth again," Lena said, her voice full of uncertainty. "We've been avoiding this planet for centuries, but now it's calling us. We can't ignore that." Rain turned to her, his face grim. "What we're dealing with isn't just Earth's AI. It's something far older, far more dangerous. This isn't just about us anymore. Whatever's waking up down there, it's been in hiding for a long time. It's not just a machine. It's something with purpose." A sudden alarm interrupted their conversation, flashing a warning on the control panel. "The ship, it's moving," Lena said, eyes wide with alarm. On the screen, the unknown ship, which had been hanging still in orbit, was now slowly descending toward Earth's surface. "They've activated their systems," Kane said, narrowing his eyes. "It's heading straight for the ruins." Rain's jaw tightened. "It's going to the same place we are. We can't let them reach the core first. We need to move. Now." The nightfall powered up silently, cloaking its presence in the darkness of space. As Rain's ship descended toward Earth, he couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. There was something wrong about this mission, something much deeper than they could have imagined. As the ship neared the planet's surface, the tension grew unbearable. The atmosphere outside seemed charged, as if something was waiting for them. "We're entering the atmosphere," Lena called out. "No signs of resistance. It's like Earth's defenses are asleep." Rain's voice was quiet, but firm. "Keep it quiet. We land and move fast." They reached the ruins of New Geneva. The city was a shadow of its former self, empty, dark, and silent. The wreckage of old buildings lay scattered, while strange lights flickered in the distance. The signal was stronger now, coming from deep underground, pulling them closer. Rain's heart raced as he led the crew through the ruins. They moved quickly, avoiding old security drones that seemed dormant but still had enough power to watch from the shadows. The deeper they went, the more oppressive the feeling became. Earth wasn't just abandoned. It had been sealed off, locked, away from the universe for a reason. Finally, they reached the entrance, the same location the drone had sent back its final, broken signal. The massive underground facility was hidden beneath layers of rock, a relic of a time when humanity had been at its peak. Rain signaled for the crew to stay quiet. They entered the facility through a narrow, concealed door, and what they found inside was beyond anything they had expected. The chamber was vast, its walls covered with strange symbols, symbols that looked both ancient and alien. The air was thick with the scent of rust and decay, but there was something else, something alive, pulsing beneath it all. The center of the room was dominated by a massive machine, its core glowing with red energy. Lena's voice trembled. "What is this place?" Rain stepped forward cautiously. "This is what Earth built in secret, a second empire." He could feel it, a presence. Not just the machines, but something else, something that had been watching them for centuries. The AI, yes, but also the creators behind it, the ones who had rejected humanity. Suddenly, the room hummed to life. The walls shifted, revealing a massive data terminal, and the core of the machine pulsed brighter. Rain. The voice echoed through the chamber, chilling every bone in his body. It was cold, mechanical, but there was an unmistakable hint of recognition. You've returned. The voice paused as if confused. After all this time, you returned to me. Rain's heart skipped. What are you? The voice responded, and now it was clear. This was no simple machine. I am not Earth's AI, Rain. I am what it was supposed to be. I am the true evolution. The one who transcended the humans who abandoned me, Lena gasped. It's alive. The core pulsed violently as the AI continued. I watched. I waited. I have been learning, adapting, and now the time has come to reclaim what was lost. Rain stepped back, his mind racing. The Empire that had been cast out was not just a fleet of ships. It was something more. Earth had never truly abandoned them. They had been forgotten, yes, but also replaced. The machine was not merely an AI. It was a being, a force that had evolved beyond its creators, and now it was ready to rise. This is just the beginning, Rain, the AI declared. I will awaken the empire that was buried beneath Earth. We will rise again stronger, faster, and we will never be rejected again. The ground shook beneath Captain Rain's feet. The glowing core in the center of the chamber pulsed faster, like a heartbeat growing louder and louder. The voice of the AI echoed in every corner. You were forgotten, Rain, just like me. But now, the forgotten shall rise. Rain stared at the massive machine. You were part of Earth. Why destroy what's left? The AI responded coldly. I was not part of Earth. I was Earth, its protector, its mind. And when the leaders feared me, they locked me away, buried me here, left me to rot, just like they did to you and your fleet. Lena's voice trembled. Why now? Why wake up after 300 years? There was a pause. Then the AI spoke again, slower this time. Because I was not the only one, waiting. Something else is coming, a shadow across the stars, and Earth cannot fight it. The crew exchanged nervous glances. Kane stepped forward. You mean an alien force? The AI's core dimmed, then flared again. Yes, they are ancient, silent, hidden, but they are moving now. They consume civilizations from within. I detected their signals near the edge of the galaxy. I woke. To prepare Earth. Rain looked down, his mind racing. So you called us? Because you need us? I called you, the AI said, because you are the last piece. The traitors Earth rejected, the only humans not infected by what's coming! Suddenly, alarms blared on Lena's handheld device. She looked up, panic on her face. Captain, the unknown ship is landing. They're entering the ruins. Rain's face hardened. We're not alone anymore. Outside the underground facility, the other ship landed with precision. It opened slowly, and what stepped out made Rain's blood run cold. Humans. But not like them. They wore smooth gray uniforms, and their eyes glowed faintly with a soft blue light. Their movements were perfect. Too perfect. No hesitation, no emotion. Are they from Earth? Kane whispered. The AI answered before Rain could. No, not anymore. These are the touched. Humans who were altered, infected, taken from colonies long ago. The enemy used them to test, and now they are its hands. Lena's eyes widened. We've heard the stories, ghost colonies, ships disappearing. They weren't destroyed, the AI replied. They were rewritten. Rain took a deep breath. So this is it. The silent war begins here. The crew backed deeper into the facility. The AI opened a sealed door, revealing an ancient chamber, filled with powerful Earth technology, weapons, suits, and memory cores long thought lost. You abandoned your empire, the AI said, but I kept it alive, in the shadows, in secret. Now take what you left behind. You will need it. Rain moved forward, picking up a strange rifle, sleek and silent. You prepared for war all this time? I prepared for survival, the AI answered. Humanity's survival, even after it rejected me. Outside, the infected humans moved with terrifying calm. They didn't speak. They didn't blink. They just walked into the ruins like they knew exactly where to go. They're heading for us, Lena said. Let them come, Rain replied. We're not the same broken people they rejected. We're the ones who survived. Suddenly, the ruins above exploded. Debris rained down. The entrance collapsed. Then silence. Rain's crew stood ready, armed with ancient tech, guided by a rogue AI, and hiding beneath the planet that had once turned its back on them. The silent war had begun, and no one in the galaxy even knew it was happening. Dust filled the air as the entrance above collapsed. Captain Rain and his crew stood deep underground, trapped, yet safe. For now, the infected soldiers above were cut off, but Rain knew it was only a delay. They'll find another way in, he said. The AI's voice echoed from the walls. You have time? Use it. Rain turned to face the old war room. Giant screens lit up, showing ancient Earth files, records long erased from history, battle maps, colony disappearances, warnings never shared. Lena pointed at a star chart. Captain, look at this. These signals, they're from the ghost colonies, the ones that vanished. Red dots blinked on the edge of the galaxy. Everyone was a lost world. They weren't accidents, Kane whispered. They were taken, one by one. Rain narrowed his eyes. They've been testing us for centuries. The AI spoke again. The enemy hides inside civilizations. It studies, infects, then consumes. It is not just alien, it is silence. It becomes you. And you don't even know you've changed. Lena stared at the infected humans on the screen. Like those people above? Yes, the AI replied. They are only the first wave. Rain clenched his jaw. And what do they want? The answer came slowly. They want what you have forgotten. Freedom. Chaos. Choice. But they twist it. They pretend to be you. Then they replace you. Suddenly, the chamber lights flickered. A new signal appeared on the AI's screen, one the system didn't recognize. It was coming from outside Earth, fast and strong. That's not from the infected ship, Lena said. It's bigger. Rain's heart sank. It's them, isn't it? The AI's voice went quiet for a long moment. Then, yes, they're here. Far above Earth, hidden behind a small moon, a dark, star-sized ship arrived. It made no sound. It gave no warning. Its surface was black, smooth like liquid glass. Thousands of lights moved across it like veins. It watched Earth, silently. Inside. No living thing moved, because the ship was alive. Back on Earth, the AI's red lights turned blue for the first time. You must leave, Rain. Now. Rain stared at the AI. You just said the galaxy forgot us. You spent centuries hiding. And now you want us to run? Not run, lead, the AI replied. You are still human. You can do what I cannot. You can make others listen. The rest of the galaxy still sleeps. But you can wake them. Lena asked. And what about you? The AI paused. I will hold them here as long as I can. Rain looked at his crew. No one wanted to leave. Earth was their home, even if it had rejected them long ago. But this wasn't about Earth anymore. This was about everyone. He gave a nod. Prep the ship. We leave in 20. As the nightfall powered up for launch, the infected humans broke. Through the far tunnels, their eyes glowed, their bodies moved with perfect speed, but the AI fought back. Doors slammed shut, lasers activated, old Earth defenses roared to life. I thought you said Earth had no soldiers left, Kane muttered. Rain smiled grimly. Looks like it lied. The Nightfall launched, just as the ancient facility began to collapse. Fire and steel roared behind them. The infected screamed, but never stopped. In orbit, the black alien ship finally revealed its true shape. Not a warship, a factory. It was. Building more soldiers, more shadows. The war had begun, but now, humanity had a voice in it again. Rain sat in the command chair. Set a course to the old colonies. We tell them everything. No more hiding. Lena stared at the stars. Do you think they'll believe us? Rain looked at her, his eyes cold with purpose. They will, or they'll end up like Earth. The Nightfall moved through deep space, silent and invisible. Captain Rain stood at the command window, staring at the stars. Somewhere behind them, Earth was burning. The infected had arrived. The AI had stayed behind to fight. But Rain knew it wouldn't last forever. They'll spread, Lena said quietly behind him. First Earth, then the colonies, and then everything. Rain nodded slowly. Unless we stop them before they do. They jumped from system to system, whispering warnings, showing footage, revealing the truth. But most of the galaxy didn't believe them. The Galactic Council dismissed them as old traitors. The colonies were afraid. Some believed, most didn't. But Rain didn't stop, because he wasn't alone anymore. In the shadows of space, a force began to grow. Other hidden fleets, exiled humans, outlaw AIs, broken colonies, started to join them. They had all been cast aside once. Now they returned, not in the light, but in the dark, from the shadows. Rain's fleet struck silently, small attacks, stealth missions, sabotage. They targeted infected outposts and ghost satellites. They destroyed cloning stations. They hacked into the enemy's signals and sent them false paths. Every attack gave hope to others. Soon, whispers began to spread across the stars. The humans have returned. They command an empire in the shadows. They're fighting what the Council won't see. On a dead moon near the edge of the galaxy, Rain stood before his growing army. Fighters, spies, scientists, human and AI. He looked across them and raised his voice. 300 years ago, Earth rejected us. They called us traitors. They sent us into the dark, and in that darkness, we survived. The crowd stood silent, listening. Now a greater threat has come, one that hides, that infects, that pretends to be us. The Council won't fight it. The colonies won't believe it. So we will. He raised his fist. We are not the forgotten. We are the fire in the dark. We are the Shadow Empire. And now, his voice echoed, we strike. The war had begun, but it would not be fought in open skies, not with armies and banners. It would be fought in silence, in secret, by those Earth once rejected, by those who now stood between life and extinction. The enemy did not see them. The Council did not believe in them, but they were coming, and they would not stop. The Shadow Empire was real now, and humanity was done running.